Bitcoin crashing to 18,000. Regs stopping XRP wallet movement. Pumps and dumps in crypto and XRP price talk at the end.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Exchange refuses to fund a trader's XRP wallet due to this new EU rule. That's right, MiCA is going to be taking effect here soon, and players are making those changes now. But before we get into that, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it at the beginning of the next video. Neon Sauce starts us off and says, just like MySpace, the precursor to Facebook, I think BTC will come the precursor to XRP. Fight me. Everyone, let them know down below what you think about that. Thomas Webb channel member says, hi Klaus, I have a question. Do you predict a downfall on prices because of USDT being delisted? Thomas, we're going to talk about that heavily in this video across multiple fronts because even XRP funded wallets are getting shot down. Joel Flores says, no cap. I have a select few people that I follow on news. Digital Perspectives and Paul Barron. Keep at it, G. Well, thank you, Joel Flores. I appreciate it. Bitcoin's in at 94,662 while ETH is 33.75. XRP's at 216 while BGB's at 652. Klaus, why are you talking about BGB? Pumps and dumps, girlfriend. BNB's at 711. Swee's at 416. XLM's trying to hold 35 cents at 34.8. While Doge is where, everyone? 32 cents. All right, let's talk about Euro T because here's Tether's Euro T. Launched back in 2021, 40 million in market cap. I really don't see much action here. Not a big thing on this one. Okay, let's swing it on over to USDT. Does that look like there's any fears right there of delisting with how they've been minting? No, not really. Now, do I think we're going to have some price crash with USDT and MiCA? I'll be honest with you, Thomas. The market's known about this for a couple months. Now, there are still players out there that are learning about the news, about the delisting. And remember, there's always FUD out there. Oh, Tether's gonna crumble and all this shit. People say that, hoping that all of a sudden someone like XRP or whoever's gonna take their place. That's not how it works. XRP within the Ripple family has their own stablecoin, RLUSD. That has a market cap of $68 million. Million, I said that with an M. Tether's USDT market cap is 138 billion with a B. So no, I don't think we're going to have a downfall of prices because I think the market already knows that this is happening and that it's going to happen. Could you get a little bit of FUD, bad news, flash crash for 2-3%? Yeah, you probably could, but I really don't see it happening. Players have known about the news. The market looks forward. Remember when the market most recently crumbled, right, and it had to do with Jerome Powell? That's because we were looking ahead at 2025. We were expecting 4 cuts. We got 2, right? So because our expectations were here and we got this, the market went bad. Well, we've had expectations for a long time now that Tether was going to be delisted in the Eurozone. So the expectations have already been built in. That's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think down below. So why did I bring BitGet? Well, listen to this. BitGet's token merge and burn boosts BGB by 22%, reaching all time. Listen to these stats. BitGet's BGB climbed 125% last week, breaking in the top 20 ahead of Stellar and Polkadot. BitGet, a Seychelles-based crypto exchange, has unified its native tokens BGB and their wallet token BWB into a single utility token, and then they burnt a shitload of it. The price pumped. And then the price dumped massively. The news of the perp or the Turkin was this one right here, and it's erased all the gains that it's made from the announcement of the burning of the supply, and the volume has eroded heavily. We're kind of going back to the years of 2023 and 2024, early 2024, where cryptos would what everyone pump and dump. You remember those phrases, right? About the things that pumperoni and then dumperoni? Yeah, you're seeing it with BitGet. Expert warns Bitcoin's party is over, expects a crash to 18,000. Wait, what the fuck did this dude just say? 18,000? Are you smoking Chris Ack? Are you fucking serious? The expert acknowledged that Bitcoin briefly surpassed its ascending triangle formation, and the Bollinger Bands are probably too tight, causing a little bit of muffin top action on the apple bottom booty. Yeah, okay. Listen, I'm bringing this up because there's players out there that are always going to go to the extreme negative, okay? So just like you have players that are going to the extreme negative, you also have a shit ton of players like you see up on the screen right here that believe it's going to go to the extreme positive. And you're like, Klaus, what do you have on the screen? Because this looks really, really sexy. Well, this is the top 70 hodlers of companies of BTC. Do you think these companies like MicroStrategy, Galaxy Digital, Tesla, Hut 8, Brooker Group, Bitfarms, BitDeer, you think they all believe that it's going to go down? No, they think it's going to go way, way freaking higher. So remember, for every expert out there that expects BTC to crash, and seriously, 18,000, I think we all know right now that the true, like bottom support for BTC right now is right around 60,000. So every player that's hyper negative, you're going to have a whole bunch that are what, everyone? Positive. And by the way, as always, any article you see in this video and all my other ones will be linked in the description below. So you can check out if any of the companies that you're into are big BTC whales. Exchange refuses to fund a trader's XRP wallet due to this new EU rule. Okay, now this is going to be a problem because I think some of this is going to affect us that travel. And I'm going to be traveling here soon. No, I'm not going to the Eurozone. I'm going to leave that a little secret. But I am going to be traveling internationally. But listen to the story and listen to how this is going to really kind of put some kinks into the crypto sphere. The travel rule is part of the EU's broader crypto regulation strategy and is designed to combat money laundering. The regulation mandates greater transparency in digital asset transfers by requiring crypto exchanges to collect detailed information about transactions. However, Crypto.com has preemptively implemented measures, prompting concerns about privacy and user rights. The travel rules will require users to disclose the names of the beneficiary parties and details about the origins of funds for both incoming and outgoing digital transfers. Although the regulation aims to protect against illicit activity, it disrupts the anonymity and decentralization that are fundamental to cryptos. And this is one of the big fears that I've had. I've said it. I said, hey, look, MiCA regulations are great. Why? Because they're a step in the right direction, but they're also not perfect. And you're seeing that right now. Now, are they better than the regs in the United States? Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. But there's going to be some problems like this. So for those of us out there that like the idea of not, the government, let me go on just a little bit of a rant here, okay? And if you like this rant, show me some support by clicking the like button and subscribe button. Why should the government know everything about my financial situation? Who gives them the power or right to know what I do with my money, where I get my money, and who I give my money to? They're the government, right? Aren't they supposed to be there to protect me and all this bullshit? Well, guess what? The government wasn't there when we needed it when Hurricane Helene happened. No, we're still cleaning up in the upstate. We still have people that are living in tent cities, for Christ's sake. So you're telling me that you're going to regulate everything that I do, but when I ask you for help, you're not going to be there for it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me zoom out just a little bit further. What about if I want to help someone out in need? Yeah, let's say I want to be super kind and help out someone that's super down on their luck, and I've got a few extra zeros in my bank account, and that's someone who's down on their luck could maybe use an extra 15 or 20,000, right? So I decide, hey, it's Christmas time, Good Samaritan action. Let me help that player out. I'm going to transfer some crypto to him and be like, bro, you want to avoid the fees of banks and bullshit like that? Yo, let's go the crypto route. Now that person has to register that money. So that windfall that's going to help them get out of their problem, they're now going to have to pay taxes on that and be on a government list? No, girlfriend. I'm sorry. If I can't trust my government 100%, then my government should not know 100% about me. Would you want your medical records to be known by the government? That's pretty personal. What if you're on antidepressant medication? Should that be made known to the government? I think money and financial situations should not be made known to the government, especially governments that piss our funds away and misappropriate our funds and screw us and aren't there when we need them. So I'm going to say this for all of you out there so you don't get in trouble. I'll be the one that gets in trouble. Fuck you, United States government, and fuck you, the rest of the governments in the world. Unless you're a really good government, then I think you're awesome. Otherwise, kiss my ass, and I think most people watching this could say, yeah, my government sucks, massive balls, balls, balls. I wouldn't want them knowing what my financial situation is either. So, Micah good, but we're going to need to see improvements because with that goodness of Micah being good for crypto, we're also losing what, everyone? Personal freedoms. Now, let's talk about XRP. It's not really losing any ground. We're still hovering really close around that 220 mark. Volume is heavily eroding. Here is the one fear I have about XRP, and I'm hoping next week things really change, but here's a big problem. New Year's Day falls in the middle of the week, which means what? We've got another global financial holiday where you're going to see what? Volume come down yet again, right? Not good at all. Here's the problem. Volume is down 27% over the last 24 hours. Volume yesterday was down like 40-something% last 24 hours. We're now at 2.43 billion in volume. By the way, that is damn close to XRP's normal volume. Not the pumperoni hype news that we've been dealing with here since the election in November. This is talking about volume before then. XRP's volume before then. Here, I'll zoom out and I'll pick random days, okay? Volume now, 2.43 billion. Watch what happens with my cursor. Volume here, 924 million. Volume here, 578. Volume here, 2 billion. Volume here, 562 million. Volume here, 2 billion. 1.76, 1.32, 1.17. So we have lost all of that pumperoni volume within a month and a half, or about a little over a month and a half. Now, that being said, it's the weekend. It's the weekend where the previous week had a massive decline in volume because of the Christmas holiday, celebrated again globally. Thanksgiving is not celebrated globally. That's why you only saw a minor shrinkage of volume during the Thanksgiving week. So here's the problem. With Christmas in the previous week being in the middle of the week, it really, our whole week volume-wise into ooh-see goodiness, right? We saw the moves couldn't hold it. The volume wasn't there to hold the moves. Then we get New Year's again, middle of the week, with like huge chunks of the globe taking off financially. That isn't good, right? We do not want volume to go back to where it was. We want volume to stay high. Ideally, I'd love XRP's baseline volume to be close to like that $4 billion, somewhere around there. 4 to 5 billion, I would love to see baseline volume for XRP. Weekends, always low. Holiday weekends, super low. Holiday weekends where we have a holiday before and after the weekend you're in now, oh shit, girlfriend, really, really low. But there's a flip side to that. So you know how I brought up near the beginning of the video an expert that said BTC is going to crash to 18,000 and we're like, yo, you're a knob gobbler and loser? Okay, cool. The bad news, XRP volume is down. The good news is, guess what? XRP's volume is going back to where it was before the pumperoni, but the price is still way above where it was before the pumperoni. So we're holding price while the volume is eroding. Now you're definitely seeing a downtick here in price with XRP from the peaks, but we know the deal. Hysteria, Gensler in announcing his resignation, pumped the markets hardcore. RLUSD approval and launch definitely pumped the XRP Ripple ecosystem. But we still got the case. We still got January 20th coming up. We've got new regs taking effect right now, which is going to hurt some crypto movement out there. But we're still holding price and we're eyeing January 20th and the future from that point on. Because we're going to get regs. We're going to get new leadership. We're going to get new money. And this list that I shared with you right here, this top 70 hodlers of crypto, well, this list is going to get even bigger. Because once we get those rules into effect, just like you're seeing with the MiCA rules in the EU, once those rules go into effect in the United States, you're going to see a lot more money flow in. So can you hodl until January 20th and beyond? And in regards to all these regs that you're seeing, it's all about control. It's all about power. And the government wanting to know as much about you as possible so that they don't feel threatened by you. And the reality is the government has been suppressing us left and right. Does anyone remember what Trudeau did to the truckers? Oh, yeah, that's right. What about those of us that question science? Holy shit, the whole principle of science is to always question it. We always, and that's what scientific method is. You question things, you develop hypotheses, you try to prove them or disprove them, you do double-blind studies and so forth. But oh man, you try to question the government about certain things like Rona and the and all of a sudden you're a bad, naughty person. Well, government, you're a bad, naughty entity. And governments across the globe are bad, naughty, money-hungry, greedy sons of bitches. For real, it's disgusting. Many articles I've read here recently about MiCA regs that are going to be hurting everyday people and their privacy. Yeah, I truly believe in financial privacy. Okay. Let me ask you a question. If the government's allowed to keep records on all of us, right, and what our financial holdings are, well, then you know what? How fair would it be for me to go on the dark web and buy that database? Yeah, what if I found your name, I bought that database, and I was like, oh, let me see what some of my channel members are holding. And then I start going after you on social media and so forth, trying to pick apart your wallet, right? See, if the government centrally holds all this information, then we become a target by proxy of the government and people trying to expose that data. Wait a minute, Klaus. Didn't the United States government get hacked recently and like almost everyone's social security information and so forth was leaked as well? Well, yeah, it was. Oh, government, you mean you're not there for us again and you're leaking our information out there? So no, I don't want to tell you about all my financial transactions. Hell, I don't even want to tell you shit that I do, government, because guess what? I don't trust you. And you aren't working for me. Because if you were working for me, you wouldn't be in any of the wars halfway around the frickin' world. You sure as hell wouldn't have done a bunch of other things. I almost said something super naughty, but I didn't because, you know, I don't want the freaks to go after me. You know what kind of people I'm talking about. Blue-haired fucking weirdos. Choo-choo, bitches.